So I'm probably going to call this one the number one thing that needs to be discussed on their modern women dating podcasts. So man, watch a lot of their modern women dating podcasts and that. Big up man like King Riches. I see that girl Pearly, Fresh and Fit, whatever. I've seen 1-2 other ones and that. And yeah, I call them modern women podcasts and that because it's not about modern man. I've never heard. Have you ever heard the term modern man? I've never heard the term modern man ever in my life. It's always modern women and that. So I watch a lot of them. I watch a lot of them with my gal as well. So obviously I still don't have a TV downstairs, you know. Check out the living room. Man still does not have no TV downstairs. So obviously when we're eating our dinner and that, we'll eat downstairs at the dining table where I'm sat right now. And I just got my laptop here and I'll just put on like a dating podcast and that. Me and my girl will watch it and we'll pause it and discuss what's being said on the podcast and that. And obviously, what most of the people them are saying is right. But the number one thing that keeps coming up, and there's no solution to it. Like, the number one thing that keeps coming up on all of these podcasts and that, and I love statistics, man. I like numbers and that. They'll say like 75%, and this is probably going off American statistics, but England is very much like America, yeah? Western world country, innit? They'll say 75% of divorces and relationships or whatever are ended by women and that. That's cool. But what is the root cause? Why are these women leaving these men? No one has the answer for this. I'm about to give you this rascal answer right now. Yeah? And this video is probably going to be a short one. Although the other day, man said 2 days in a row, yeah, it's going to be a quick video and that. Quick things. And the video turned out to be like 10 minutes and one was 14 and that. But we'll see. The number one reason why women leave their men. Yeah, the number one reason why these women are filing for divorce and that is because their men lose their dominance, blood. You see, everyone's a dominant man, alpha male, you get me, high tier, high value male, whatever you want to call it on the first date. Check back in 6 months, check back in 2 years, 5 years, a decade later, blood. It's not the same man. This is the number one reason why everybody, most man watching this right now, 95% of men that have lost their girlfriend in the past or their girlfriends in the past is because you lost your dominance, blood. You was running things in the beginning. You was living in abundance and that you didn't really care about the woman too much. And what happened? You became weak. You became soft. She started to run the relationship and that. She started to become the leader and it turned her off, blood. Women do not want to lead. They want to be led. Now, obviously, there are some masculine women in that. Forget them, blood. But the most women in that, they want to be the lioness and they're expecting you to be the Ras Clark lion. And speaking of lionesses and lions as well, I'm not saying I've seen this, but allegedly, and I believe my brethren when he said it, big up man like Ablai. My brethren said to me, I think it was him anyway. I think it was him. Or it might have been actually, big up man like John Barber, it might have been him actually. Because I've spoken about Lion's Pride with a few couple man in it. But anyway, one of them man there said it, and they said that when the lion loses his dominance in the pride, the females, the lionesses, will attack him and kick him out and run him blood clot out of the lion's pride. Yeah, it's the same thing. Every guy that's lost their dominance with their girl, blood, she's got rid of you. And then she went to a man that was more dominant. And then when he lost his dominance, she moved on, fam. So 99% of man watching this right now and 99% of man walking planet Earth, the reason why you lost your gal is because you lost your dominance. The reason why she don't want to sleep with you because no woman wants to sleep with a man that doesn't dominate her. That's not attractive to women. So, yeah, man, all these modern women dating podcasts, them man, they're speaking facts and that, but I just can't believe I haven't, because obviously AMS, you get me, he's like the godfather of this thing, and RIP Kevin Samuels ago. And you know, even Kevin Samuels, I'm not saying I watched every single podcast, obviously, but I never heard him mention, the reason why these women are filing for divorce. And but AMS is a man, he would say, yeah, the reason why you lost your gal is because obviously you lost your dominance and that. He's the only person I've heard say this. And there's one white guy, I think he's American, his name's Chris. He's like a psychology, just check out his YouTube channel, it's called Develop Attraction. Yeah, the reason why man understands this attraction thing is from AMS and that white guy Chris. Yeah, because Chris he gets into the psychology. A man love psychology and that. He gets into the psychology and that. But yeah, they're the only two people that I've seen say, oh, the reason why men lose their women is because they lose their dominance and that. I'm not saying other people ain't said it, but when I've seen all these modern women dating podcasts and that, I've never heard anybody say, and I'm not saying they ain't said it, but I've heard a lot of people say, 75% of divorces are filed by women and that. Cool. But they don't say why, blood. They don't say why. And the number one reason why, and the women don't even know it, but I'm telling you, the number one reason why is because the women lose attraction because the men have lost their dominance. That's it. That's it. Think about it this way. Every time you've lost your girl, yeah, all the girls that you've had here, like, even if you've only had like 4 serious girls, let's say like serious dating and that, or serious relationship and that, was you at your most dominant when the girl left you? Answer's no. And let's say you was at your quote-unquote most dominant when she left you at the time of the breakup. Because certain times, these breakups are a test, you know. But blood, if you handle it the wrong way, the girl might think, you know what? I might need to break up with this guy for real. So when I say a test, I mean, you might do something disrespectful. You might even cheat on the girl and that. And she might break up with you because she's pissed off. But then it's how you act, it's how you react to the situation, which might put the final nail in the coffin and affirm and confirm this breakup. I've had girls say to me before, my last ex cheated on me with 9 girls, 10 girls. I'm like, right, you took it back every time. Like I'm thinking like, right, you get me, you took it back every time. And I remember one girl said that to me, and I've had a few girls say that to me before in the past. A man didn't understand the female dynamics and this relationship thing, innit? But I understand why they left them on the 10th time he cheated or the 11th time he cheated. Because all the other times that he cheated, he might have said sorry or whatever in it, yeah, but he just let the girl go or whatever in it. But on that last time that he cheated and she broke up with him, he begged her. I can't lose you. I don't know what the situation might have been in it. Maybe they had a child and he thought, he might not see the child. He didn't have an abundance mindset or whatever. I don't know, innit? Maybe he felt like he has something to lose, whatever, whether there's a child or not, it doesn't matter, innit? But all those other times, those 8, 9 times he's cheated and she broke up with him, he just said, fuck it. But that last time that he cheated and she broke up with him, he begged, he pleaded, he turned into a stalker mode and he lost his dominance. He thought, fuck this. You're already pissing me off. Yeah, I've already lost a tiny bit of attraction for you because attraction with women and that, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like the Ross Clark Richter scale. It's like the heart rate monitor and that. It's never just the same. It's never just completely skyrocketing and that. It goes up and down and that. So when she broke up with you, when you cheated on her, she probably was pissed off, a little bit less attracted to you. And now you've thrown salt on the wounds and that by begging and pleading. You ain't helped your situation and that. All the man them watching this right now, blood. All of us, we've all lost girls in the past because we lost our dominance, blood. So if you want to keep your girl, keep the girl in your life. If you're just dating and that, it's different. Yeah, it's a free market and that. Man out here, girl out here just testing all on that. But if you're in a serious relationship and that, a year plus, there should be no need for you to lose your girl. Unless maybe like, because obviously I've seen it, some ex has come back and that, and you get me, she's run off with him or whatever. This stuff does happen and that. But for the most part, and if that does happen to you, you are a placeholder boyfriend. Like I see it the other day on, I was going to say 90 Day Fiance. Me and my girl was watching Love After Lockup. So basically like, you have guys in jail, and actually no, gal in jail, man and gal in jail, and then they will have like a pen pal out on the outside and they'll be writing and talking to people on the inside and then they come out and then they hook up or whatever, innit? Yeah, one guy, he must have hooked up with one girl. I don't know how long they were dating, but then the ex wanted to come back and that, so she just dropped him out. And then when the ex, because the ex, or the baby dad had a few girls about, like he had like 5, 6 girls about, when he decided, I'm going to go and check our next gal or whatever, then she decides to phone up the guy who was the placeholder boyfriend. And then, yeah, so yeah, he's dumb. He's dumb. If he tries to get back with her like that and work things out, he's dumb. Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, just smash the thing in it. But don't take this girl seriously. No way. No way, man. That's sloppy seconds, man. No way. No, get me, have some self-respect in that. But a lot of man, they don't know their place. They don't know where they stand with a gal. I've met people. I remember like one of my brethren and I must have bucked up on his little brother and I ain't seen his little brother for years. I'm like, over a decade I ain't seen this youth. And he must have got married now, whatever, innit? He got married to a dead thing, still, not even gonna lie. And we're chatting, and he's saying to me, like, why don't you get married and that? And I was like, I don't want to get married and that. He's like, no, you should get married and that. And obviously, man can't go too in depth in that, because I think marriage is an idiot thing, and I know this guy's a neek as well, isn't it? Yeah, so like he just ain't gonna understand my position, my stance on this thing, innit? So I'm like to him, nah, man, marriage is dead, innit? And I said to him, so how did you meet your girl or whatever? Or he started telling me how he met his girl. He said, they were friends for years, and then one day they just got together and that. And I think to myself, what do you mean you was friends for years? And forget about the friend zone shit. Forget about that, yeah? It's not even about that. It's obviously it's about the friend zone and that, but it's about, in this 3 years that you knew this girl, she didn't find you attractive enough to hook up with you. So she wanted to go around and date all these other guys and that. And when she couldn't get what she wanted from the guys that she wanted, well, dumb over here was just sitting around waiting. So you know what? Fuck it, I'll marry you. Certain man don't know their place. My brother right now, yeah, if you're dating a girl or you're in a relationship with a gal and you was friends for years and that, and you tried it on her, and she rejected you back then and that, not because she had something going on with someone else. Nah, she was a single girl and that, and you tried on her and she curved you and that, she aired you. Blood. Nah, fam, that is not, nah, you don't want to be in that position. I've met a few tenants in that. I remember there was one woman, she said to me, my current partner right now, he's not the father of my daughter. My daughter's, her daughter was the same age as me, so this woman's a big woman, like 51 or something, she said. And she was like, my current partner right now, he's not the father of my my daughter, but I knew him from when I was in school. I remember when I was 15, he used to ask me out all the time and I used to tell him no. And then, years later and that, 30 years later, we kind of like got together and that. And I think to myself, this guy's a dickhead, blood. Fam, this woman never found you attractive like that, blood. And then, when she can't get what she wants from other men and that, then she just goes to you because you get me, you're on the bench, blood. I'm saying, man, don't even know their position, blood. You gotta know where you stand with your gal, blood. If she wasn't interested in you in the first place, blood, you get me, you're on the reserve, you're a substitute, blood. You never want to be a substitute, blood, because one day she's probably just gonna look at you and think, I can do better than you. And just keep it moving. Even my gal, she knows a girl. This girl was dealing with this shoot here, this shoot there and that, you get me? But certain man don't want to commit to a gal like that. So certain times, gal will leave man, not because, they lost their dominance. Certain gal will leave man because this situation is not going nowhere. I can't see a future with this guy. So it's going to be painful for me to leave you, but I'm going to have to cut ties and cut strings with this guy, innit? Yeah. Anyway, my girl told me, she's dealing with this next shoot now, innit, whatever, innit, boom. And she was like, they knew each other from like back in school. And I'm thinking to myself, well, back in school was like 10 years ago and that. How come you never hooked up before? Because I'm assuming the guy liked the girl, because the girl's decent and that. I'm assuming the guy liked the girl. How come nothing ever happened and that? The reason why nothing happened is because the girl didn't even find him attractive like that. But now, boy, all these boys, all these F-boys and that, man, I just can't get what I want from them. So you know what? I'll pick you. Trust me, certain man, blood, you're just on the shelf waiting for a gal, Like the girls put you on the shelf. This is why, girls are so sneaky. This is why girls like to have a lot of guys around them. Yeah, like a lot of guys in the friend zone and that. Just so when they're ready, when the guys that they really want don't want them, or they can't get what they want from the guys that they really want and that, all right, fuck it. I've got a reserve. I've got a substitute, fam. So yeah, there's a substitute, man. He's an idiot. You should know. You should know. Like, if you've been around a girl and that girl was single or whatever, and you've been around her for years and that, blood, if she ain't chose you, then she don't really rate you like that. Think about it this way: if you was her celebrity crush, or you was some celebrity, or you was some guy that she found really attractive, if she thought you was a 10, do you think you would be in her friend zone for 2 years or whatever? No way. No way. She'll snap you up, blood. She'll snap you up. And when I say a 10, I don't mean you have to be a 10. What I'm saying is, if she saw you like that, you was top tier in her eyes, do you think she would have just let you get me? No way, fam. No way, blood. So, because It's not, looks is not the be all and end all. There's certain girl that will look at me and think, yeah, he's hot on that, but they don't care because looks is not the be all and end all on that. But the fact that the girl knows what you look like and she knows your personality and she still didn't want to hook up with you in 2-3 years and she had periods of being single for 2, 3, 4 months and that, blood, you're not that guy, fam. You're not that guy. What's that meme? You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Yeah. I wish I could find it and I would throw it up, but I ain't gonna bother. Go through that drama right now. But yeah, back to the original point. These modern women dating podcasts and that, they need to start talking about the reason why these women are filing for divorce and that. Let me just check the time on that. 15 minutes. Told you, blood. I told you it's supposed to be a quick video and they're gonna run like all 16, 17, 18 minutes and that. But these modern women dating podcasts and that, they need to start talking about, and they need to start adding, when they say 75% of divorces are filed by women, why, blood? No one's answering this question, blood. Or no one's backing up this statistic for why, blood. See how my man, I take accountability, blood. Yeah? Why has your woman left you? Women don't just leave men that they're in love with or they was in love with at one point. They don't just, like people say, oh, women just get bored so they'll break up. Yeah, do you know what? Women might break up just because they're bored and that, to some degree. But you know what? They might not even mean it. But like I said, with the guy cheating and that, they might break up with you, but then it's how you act, it's how you react to the situation that might make her think, rah, is that what you really like? You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, we can all put on an act at work and that, but imagine something happens, like, and it reveals your true colours. So, for example, like a lot of black people, a lot of us grow up in the hood, a lot of us talk hood and that, you get me? But there's some black people, and you know what, I was one of them as well, start talking proper and that or whatever, innit? But for the most part, especially, so you get a lot of black people, like they all start working in the city, they all start working in corporate London and that. So they'll be around a lot of white middle class people that are educated and that. And let's say it's a black gal who's Jamaican, innit? Grow up on, and let's say she's from Tottenham or something, innit? Or from Hackney. She might be trying to dumb her hoodness, her ghetto-ness down and that. But it always comes to light, innit? So let's say, for example, you have a black girl that gets educated and that, and now she's around a lot of white middle class people in some high-end job, in some high-rise building or whatever, really. A good job, good salary, she's on 70 grand a year, and she's all talking prim and proper. She believes she's prim and proper and that. Now, some of these buildings have mice and rats running around and that. I could just imagine right now, because everyone can put on the act for so long. I can imagine, and this did happen in one office that I was in on a construction site. A mouse ran through. We used to see mice all the time. I can imagine a girl sitting down at her desk and a mouse running past her underneath her legs. She will jump up and say, "Bumba You see that? You see that reaction there? Bumba that's the real you. So you can all talk all prim and proper and toffee nose and that. But that Bumba yeah, that reaction there is the true you, fam. So, yeah, man, there's certain times, certain things will happen and it will reveal who you are truly and that. And if a girl breaks up with you and you start begging and pleading and that, well, that might not be the true you, but that's the side that's been revealed, and that's the side that is not favourable by your girl, and she'll just dismiss you from that. She'll just dismiss you from that little one thing. Yeah. And what will happen is she will start to pull further and further away from you, and the more you chase her, like that guy said, go and watch. If you're interested in these dating relationship dynamics, especially if you're having problems with your gal as well, you need to watch that guy Chris from Develop Attraction. My man's talking about there always needs to be tension in a relationship. Yeah, this is just my little. Hey, listen, man's old school out here. You know, man still use earphones with the cord and that. Yeah. So anyway, he's saying that in a relationship there needs to be tension. Yeah, the string cannot be slack. The string will be slack when this is the girl and you're the man and you're chasing after her, yeah? The string will be slack. If she pulls away from you, you need to pull away from her and make that string, the tension in the relationship, yeah? You need to make that thing not slack. You need to create tension in that. If your woman pulls away from you and you follow her in that, well, then now the string is slack. So there always needs to be that tension. So when she pulls away from you, you pull away from her, now there's tension in that. And that's what causes attraction, tension. if a girl, you're talking to a girl for the first time, if she messages you and that, and you don't reply back straight away, if she starts thinking about you, now there's tension. Yeah. If you're always on her phone, texting her all day long, well, there's no tension. She's not thinking about you. Trust me, man, know how to... Some of the tension, man, put my girl through, boy. Jesus Christ. But, yeah, you got to know how to cause tension and that. This is why girls like guys who don't treat them that good, because they know how to cause drama. Yeah? If you don't know... See, they say, you gotta be fun, you gotta go on all these excursions, go to the zoo, go to Mars, go to McDonald's, all these different excursions and that to keep your woman happy and keep her interested in the relationship. Yeah, it's good to do all those excursions and that, but blood, if you're not tapping into your girl's emotions and that, blood, those excursions mean fucking nothing, blood. You may as well be a free trip to this place, that place, this place, that place, blood. You need to create tension, you need to play with the woman's emotions. They like this shit, blood. You need to have your woman's emotions up and down. They need to feel happy for you. They need to feel sad. They need to feel angry. You understand? They need to feel all those things and that. They need to feel, happy, sad, angry. All of them. All of them. If you could create all of those in one day, fam, you're onto something, innit? But man's revealing too much game right now, innit? So, I'm going to end the video still. Stay wise. Done now.